este cea mai apropiată de țărm și ploaia vine prima dată aici. Foarte important pentru că acum soarele se apropie de asfințit. Ieșirea din ultimele două vize pe acea zonă de banking 13-14 se face cu soarele în ochi. Este loc acolo.
Hello chat, it's me Robbie for it. I'm back with the qualifying session here in Sandford. We also had a sprint race, but I'm sorry I haven't managed to stream because I had a friend over. So yeah. All right, drivers are getting out as our local hero Max Verstappen as well is getting out real quick. Actually, really curious what he's gonna do. Yep, I also talked to a few F1 community members from my country. Nice people there. So, chat, here we go. First benchmarks. They're probably doing our laps. Probably we'll see soon the first benchmarks as well. We're focused on Ocon at this point. We'll see what he can do at this point. Yeah, we're still focused on Behrman here at this point. The highest driver on track. We also see Lewis Hamilton out on track, the 7-time world champion, one of the legends in Formula One. I'm actually really curious what's going to happen here. Who's going to take pole position? We're already on board with Yuki Tsunoda, who's focusing on his flying lap already. Purple first sector as we see, it's a 25.6. So he's going to cross the line, and to the second sector, the end of second sector is a 51.9 after the first two sectors, as he had a 26.2. We'll see what he can do at the end of this lap. He's quicker than his teammate, Arvid Lindblad, who, yes, he's probably on an L lap as well, or no, he's not on an L lap. He's on a push lap too, as Yuki Tsunoda crosses the line and goes with a 1:14.2, provisionally fastest of everyone. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the stream, man. Amazing you're here. We'll see who's going to take pole position. I'm really curious as we turn back our focus to the Formula One qualifying. Arvid Lindblad nearly demoting his more experienced teammate Yuki Tsunoda, who returns after a year in Formula One. Behrman is having a purple first sector. We'll see what he can do to the middle one. He's having a 25.5, so it's looking good, and it should go into the 113s, I should say. We'll see about it at the end of the lap. After the first two sectors, he is slower than Tsunoda by 800, so it's not as quick for him, but we'll see what he can do after. Behrman is going to cross the line a few seconds, and his purple sector has been taken by Carlos Sainz, who's having a 25.563. Behrman bails out, and he's into the pits. He probably bailed off his lap, probably did a mistake. How has been your day, Kevin, by the way, until now? Everything all right? As meanwhile, we see Lawson having a 25.1. Corrected Charles Leclerc, fastest first sector lap time, which is insane by Charles Leclerc. As we see Perez crossing the line, Gasly also bailing out, as we see Fernando Alonso having provisionally fastest second sector. Will it be a Q2 appearance for Fernando Alonso, the second one of the season? Will it be or not? The went good enough until then. As he crosses the line, he's behind the two V-Cubs. Bortoletto had a purple sector at one point. He was looking good in practice and sprint quality as well. As we see Charles Leclerc crossing the line, goes behind Yuki Tsunoda. No, he actually goes quicker than Yuki Tsunoda. As Lewis Hamilton replaces Charles Leclerc as well. We'll see Liam Lawson what he can do about it. He goes up into second by 0.3 of a second slower than Lewis Hamilton. He had two purple sectors. We'll see Max Verstappen, a local hero. He's behind Liam Lawson. But as we're going to turn our focus on real quick on Lando Norris. Yes, here it is. He probably bailed out. Uh, as you see, he's really slow. We'll see in a few moments what he can do. He's probably going to start his flying lap at this point. He opens the straight mode and he's going to start his lap now. He crossed the line with a 121.9, but that was probably only the out lap pace. As we see people like Oscar Piastri and Kimi Antonelli doing out laps as well. Norris is already pushing. Yeah, no, man, no worries, man. If you have something to do, it's no worries. But yeah, still, nice that you. I'm still happy that you stopped by. So thanks for stopping by. See you next time, man. Right, Norris is 2 tenths quicker than Hamilton. It's probably going to be a 112. If he's gonna keep it nice and steady to the middle sector as well. He's provisionally only a couple of hundreds behind the fastest ever first sector recorded this quali session, which is detained by Liam Lawson provisionally, as he's 2.5 tenths quicker than Lewis Hamilton in the first two sectors, with an amazing middle sector, 25.7, as Norris is heading now to the final one, as Piastri is nearly 4 tenths quicker than Lewis Hamilton. He's the first man into the 25s. Yeah, he's nearly into the 24s. Antonelli goes with a 24.9, as well as I see George Russell on the live timing page. As Norris, we see meanwhile has went fastest overall with a 113.0, nearly into the 112s. We'll see what can Piastri do. He's 2 tenths quicker than his teammates. Lando Norris, he's doing amazing so far. We'll see what he can do at the end of this lap. Antonelli, green sector. Russell, we'll see what he's going to do at the end of the second sector. He's green to the second one as well. Piastri crosses the line. It's a 112, 848, and he goes quickest of them all. What about Kimi Antonelli as he's going to cross the line? He goes third with a 113.1. He doesn't replace none of the McLarens. Lando Norris is still in second. But what about George Russell? That has an insane final sector. He goes and splits the two McLarens after the first Q1 runs. As now we turn on our POV on Esteban Ocon, who is probably improving. The drivers low that are fighting for the Q2 entry. We'll see what's going to happen here. He's 1.2 quicker than Perez, so it should be a Q2 position safe for him. As we've seen many outlaps like Tsunoda, Lindblad, Alonso, Sainz, Albon, Stroll, Bottas, and Perez doing outlaps, as well as Bortoletto and the two Alpines as well. Ooh, a little bit of smoke as the plank is pushing the car to the asphalt, trying to get as much downforce. We're on board with Bevan to this tricky section of the third sector. As we'll see the penultimate corner, what he's going to do. Nice, actually, a little bit of wobbling as now he goes to the final corner. He's going to open his active aero at this point. He's going to cross the line and he goes in ninth. And I think he is safe at the moment with still 8.5 minutes to go as we're on board with Hulkenberg. Is having a good lap. I'm curious where he's going to go. Where's his lap and effort going to put him? He's going to be in fifth place. An amazing lap by Nico Hulkenberg with a 113.3. He goes ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc as well, who provisionally removes Hulkenberg from fifth, as well as Antonelli. So he goes into fourth with a 113.0. He's close to the McLaren of Lando Norris, fastest final sector for Charles Leclerc. Tsunoda crosses the line and goes into 7. It should be a Q2 entry again for Yuki Tsunoda, aiming for Q3 entry as Max Verstappen, the local hero, goes 6th fastest. Lindblad goes right ahead of his teammate Tsunoda by a couple of thousandths of a second. Gasly makes it into 12th, as we'll see Colapinto as well. What he's going to do, he is ahead of his teammate and he's only 12th. The Alpines probably need another run if they want to be safe with both cars. As we see Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin and goes up into 15th. Stroll is provisionally into Q2 with 7 minutes to go. We'll see Sainz what he's going to do. He replaces Ocon and he's down into elimination zone. So Stroll provisionally the driver at risk. We'll see what can Fernando Alonso do. Crosses the line and goes into 12th. Fernando Alonso goes by 6 tenths of a second faster than the driver at risk. Fernando Alonso has good chances to take pole position here. Pole position, I should say. Q2 entry here, as Bortoleto is close to Behrman. Uh, it's not looking that good for Bortoleto, but to the middle sector, he's going to rotate it better, I should say. We'll see Alex Albon. Albon makes it out of the elimination zone. What about Bortoleto as we focus on him once more? Bortoleto improving. We'll see what it's going to be. He's 700s behind Carlos Sainz as we see traffic and cars ahead of Gabriel Bortoleto. He still has 6 minutes. If his lap is going to be impeded, as cars are letting him by. No problems whatsoever. We'll see how much time it has been lost by Bortoleto at the end of the final sector. Crosses the line and he's provisionally in 17th. He's by 7 thousandths of a second behind Carlos Sainz, the driver at risk that is still going to make it to Q3. Whoa, there's Hamilton replay. Yeah, and going on to the gravel, not that good for him. Yeah, he had a nasty lock up into the first corner. But yeah, one of the greatest and cleanest of laps.
Antonella Forciano era fit pilota în unicul antrenament liber. Ieri, în sesiunea de calificări, George Russell a fost cel mai rapid. George Russell care a câștigat și cursa de sprint. Deocamdată Piastri este pe.
Yeah, drivers are getting out for second runs, as we see at this point. Lance Stroll is slowest of them all. They'll ask them out in this time, but will Alonso make it into Q2 or not? We'll see if he's going to get out on to Q2. Hope he will make it into Q2 for him. Provisionally Piastri, the man to beat. He's looking good so far. As Norris is also on our lap. Hulkenberg is on our lap as well. Hamilton is on our lap as well. He's only 10th so far, but I think he's going to be quicker on the next run. Oh, stupid as again. I really hate his stats on my live timing page. Yeah, also the V Cup drivers are getting out on track with the new soft tires for them, which is so I'm gonna check something real quick. Yep, Piastri starts his probably his first out lap before first long lap on the new softs, and probably the final one for Q1. Probably Russell is not going to have another exit in Q1 for another lap. As we see, Hulkenberg, Lindblad, Tsunoda on laps as well. Piastri yet not starting his flying lap. as Hamilton has started his final outlap as well. Lawson, Alonso, Colpinto, many drivers are out on track. We'll see Bortoletto if he's going to make it into Q2. If he's going to get one more lap, the man has been really consistent in the new Audi car. Or Kimi Antonelli, we should see. We're checking his stars. His mechanics are touching the uh, tire heaters as well. We'll see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna do an all lap or not? We'll see that in very short time. Kimi Antonelli on scrub softs will go into uh, to try another lap as Hulkenberg is probably going to start his flying lap. Yes, he has started his flying lap. We see personal best for Hulkenberg so far. And he's having a purple middle sector, but he's only 4 tenths behind Oscar Piastri. Is the fastest man so far on the middle sector this session. We'll see what Hulkenberg can do. Will he improve? A little bit of slipstream from the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton as he's going to cross the line and he goes with a 1:13.1, replaces the local hero Max Verstappen. We'll see if other drivers are making quick laps as well. Norris is having green first sector. As meanwhile, we see Oscar Piastri on the live timing page is absolutely in equal performance with Lando Norris on lap time, just a couple of hundreds slow to the first sector. But Piastri has a 25.5 fastest middle sector again, but taken by Lando Norris, who is provisionally improving by nearly 2 tenths. We'll see at the end of the lap for Oscar Piastri. We're not focusing on him at this point, and nor the channel line watching. Piastri is going to cross the line and gets into the 1:12.6. Is an amazing lap by Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris crossing the line, only 85 milliseconds behind Oscar Piastri. Nice runs by the McLaren at the end of the session. As we see Lewis Hamilton immediately finishing his lap as Lindblad goes into fifth. Amazing lap by Lindblad in the conditions that he hasn't improved on the second and third sector as Hamilton splits the two McLarens. He's only 600ths behind the leader, Oscar Piastri, of qualifying number one. Yuki Tsunoda is going to cross the line, goes right behind his teammate Arvid Lindblad, and the same 100 he's lost. Bortoletto is going to cross the line as well and goes into 10th. He's going to save himself. As we also see Alex Albon going into 15th. Bortoletto makes and puts Albon at risk. What about Carlos Sainz, his teammate? We'll see what he can do about it. Uh, Will the Aston Martin cars make it into Q2 or not? We'll see that in short time as Alonso Sainz doesn't knock out Alex Albon by 22 milliseconds. Carlos Sainz is behind Alex Albon, which hasn't had the greatest of laps. He hasn't improved on the final sector as we see Antonelli going into fifth, improving, but still 4 tenths shy of Piastri. As we see Russell improve to 1:12 as well with an amazing final sector. We're probably going to get a 21.8 at the end of qualifying session. As we see Liam Lawson, he's probably safe. I don't think so. He's at risk because the Aston Martin drivers have finished their laps. Lawson is going to cross the line, and he has improved by only 100. It's a 1:13.3. So probably the drivers eliminated. It's Sainz, Alonso, Stroll, Behrman, and the two Cadillacs in the final two spots. Not a greatest lap for Sainz. He was really close to knock out his teammate Albon, but Alonso and Stroll, after looking a little bit better through qualifying, they're not going to make it into Q2, so there's not going to be a second appearance in Q2 for the Aston Martin drivers. Yeah, Sainz is not happy. Many people think it's gonna be Norris. I don't think. I mean, it's hard to say who's going to take pole position. Hard to say. I'm really curious. This is going to be really close, as it was. Piastri is looking better today, so they're definitely going to do better this session. As yeah, we have ads on my TV on my channel, so yeah, definitely not big deal. Yeah, a little bit hot. Chat is still hot. Still a bit exhausted. I also went with my friend to karting today, so we also did some karting. Yep.
Q1 a ajuns la final. Oscar Piastri a reușit cel mai bun timp în această sesiune de calificări, urmat de Lewis Hamilton. Pe poziția a doua, pe 3 Lando Norris, 4 Russell, 5 Antonelli și 6 Charles Leclerc. Așa stau lucrurile, însă vorbim doar despre Q1, lucrurile se pot schimba pe parcursul acestor calificări. De asemenea, avem și cei 6 piloți care au fost eliminați după această sesiune. Este vorba din nou despre cei 2 piloți de la Cadillac, cei 2 piloți de la Aston Martin, dar și Sainz și Oli Berman. Ei sunt cei 6 piloți care nu trec mai departe în Q2. Așadar, dacă ne uităm din nou la ce s-a întâmplat la începutul clasamentului, vedem că Lewis Hamilton pare că se simte mult mai bine în monopostul său, al doilea cel mai bun timp, o diferență față de nemulțumirile pe care le-am văzut în calificările pentru sprint și în cursa de sprint. Cătălina Antal în continuare alături de mine.
O sesiune, un prim segment al calificării cu ceva surprize. Nu mă așteptam, de exemplu, ca Aston Martin să fie eliminată din Q1 cu ambele mașini. Pe de altă parte, dacă ne uităm la diferența de timp, este doar o secundă între cel mai bun timp al lui Alonso și cel mai bun timp al lui Piastri. Până la urmă sunt semne bucurătoare pentru Aston Martin.
Eu mă uit un pic pe ceea ce s-a întâmplat ieri. Avem aceleași 6 nume care au plecat din Q1 comparativ cu SQ1 și mă gândesc, continuăm și ceea ce privește Q2-ul, pentru că sunt niște nume interesante acolo. Mi-a plăcut foarte mult însă cum au făcut cei de la, sau mă rog, cum au jucat acest început de calificări cei de la Racing Bulls, care au rezultate mult mai bune.
Saw a replay with Bortoletto, so I'm back. We saw he had a little spin there. Okay, Q2 starts soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious who is going to take pole position here, or who's going to make it into Q3. We'll see how many drivers are going to make it into Q3, and who is going to make it. So we have Piastri as one of our main contenders for pole position, with Lando Norris as well, and the 2 Ferraris, Mercedes and Verstappen as well, if he's capable. Q2 will start in about 1 or 2 minutes, so it should be real quick.
Cred că n-a vrut să folosească preut, să păstreze CDP-ul pentru mai târziu în calificări. Locul 12 pentru Verstappen, locul 14 pentru Lawson. Ambii piloții Red Bull sunt depășiți în Q1 de piloții Racing Bulls, care au terminat cu 78.
Foarte bine au tras cei de la Racing Bulls, mai ales că diferența între ei este de 100 de secundă. Ar mai fi de scos în evidență faptul că Lewis Hamilton, pe pneuri soft uzate în al doilea schimb, A făcut al doilea rezultat, venind foarte aproape de liderul Piastri, este înaintea lui Leclerc, ceea ce s-ar putea să conteze foarte mult în continuarea acestor calificări.
A început Q2, revenim în studio la final.
Yeah, Q2 starts, ladies and gentlemen. We see Verstappen already on board with him. He's on track. Local heroes trying to make a great result here at his final home Grand Prix. The final qualifying session for him this weekend around the Netherlands. It's definitely going to be hard for him to say goodbye from this track. As I said, Verstappen has 100% percentage of finishing on the podium so far before 2026. So he had 3 wins in a row, as well as 2 second places in 2024 and 2025. So 5 podiums in a row for Max Verstappen. A very successful driver here at the Zandvoort circuit. As we see drivers still doing outlaps here. 2 outlaps you need to do if you want to make your tires warm. Verstappen is going to start his first lap. We'll see what Max Verstappen can do. He's doing an outlap yet. He was still zigzagging at the end of the main straight, so he's definitely not pushing yet. As we're gonna see who is going to start their first flying lap. Probably Verstappen, or yes, I should say Verstappen is going to be the first man that's going to start his flying lap. As we see Hulkenberg already having a 25 trees, probably going to be the first man that started already his flying lap. No, I see Antonelli already having a 24.8, as Russ already has a 24.6. Track is ramping up as yesterday. He's ramping up really quick. So I'm on board with Hulkenberg now. He's having personal best through the first sector, as he's also having a really decent middle sector. He's a 25.5 provisionally, fastest of them all. We'll see what the Mercedes drivers can do. Antonelli is only a couple of hundreds quicker than the Audi of Nico Hulkenberg. We'll see at the time of the first sectors. Yeah, Antonelli is quicker, of course, but we'll see in the middle sector for George Russell. He's not quicker than Hulkenberg, but Antonelli is. As Hulkenberg crosses the line, he gets a 1:12.8. Will Antonelli get a nice lap, mid 1:12? Yes, it's a 1:12.3. But I'm curious what Russell's going to do across the line. It's a 1:11.9 already in Q2, ladies and gentlemen. Russell, the first man to get under the 1:12s this qualifying session and this Saturday as well. We're seeing Max Verstappen as well. It's a 24.9. He is 3/10 down on George Russell. He hasn't done anything too much here, but we'll see what he's going to do to the middle sector, if he can keep up with the Mercedes drivers or not. We're eye on view with Max Verstappen from his helmet. 4.5 tenths slower than Russell after the first 2 sectors. And yes, he bails out. No, he doesn't bail out. He was Lawson that bailed out of his lap. Verstappen is still going for it as he's going to cross the line. And he's nearly 7 tenths slower than George Russell. So that's not hopeful for Max Verstappen as it's been yesterday. We see Lando Norris is going to start his flying lap soon. He finishes our lap. We now focus with Alex Albon, the Williams man, still left in the session, 1.5 seconds slower than George Russell after the first 2 sectors. Charles Leclerc started his lap as well. What about Charles Leclerc in the first sector? He's 2/10 slower than George Russell. So it means how good was George Russell's first sector? But we'll see if someone could deny that lap. Leclerc is rotating the car nicely so far, so he doesn't look he's having any issues, and he is having chances for pole position as Lando Norris goes with 24.5 is quicker than George Russell. Charles Leclerc is quicker than George Russell by 300ths after the first two sectors. Amazing middle sector by Charles Leclerc. We'll see if he's going to replace George Russell. We'll see. Lando Norris is going real soon. Yeah, Norris is going 3.5. That's quicker than George Russell as Leclerc replaces George Russell with a 21.7. Amazing final sector for Charles Leclerc. But what about Lando Norris? Lando Norris that is usually a weaker man on the final sector. He crosses the line. He goes already with 1:11.8. We're definitely going to be into the mid 1:11s at the end of the session as Hamilton goes with a 1:11.917. Ocon, as we're on board, is going to go in 9 provisionally as Piastri has an amazing middle sector 25.1 and replaces Lando Norris that goes with a 1:11.834 by 26 milliseconds. He's quicker than his championship rival in 2025. What about the two Alpines? They're improving as well. Gasly is going to cross the line in very short time. It's 1:12.6. What about his Argentinian driver, his teammates? Carl Pinto that goes with a 1:12.800. Dead. Lindblad has a nice lap. All improvements as Lindblad crosses the line. It's a 1:12.5 and he should be in a nice position. Yuki Tsunoda is provisionally quicker than Pierre Gasly to the first sector with a 24.9. He is actually a little bit of wobbling on the steering for Yuki Tsunoda, not the cleanest executions in that corner. But I see what will Tsunoda do after the first 2 seconds is slower than Gasly. So this is not as easy as it seems for the man who has been absent in Formula One for a week, for a year. We'll see Tsunoda what he's going to do after 7.5 minutes. And he's going to cross the line in a short time in 2-1. And he is provisionally won. 100 slower than Pierre Gasly. So at the moment, he is not into Q3. We'll see what can Bortoleto do. Across the line, he goes into the first 10 with a 1:12.5, and he is by 1.5 tenths quicker than the man in the elimination zone. It looks good, but for Red Bull, it doesn't look as good as it seems because Lindblad is actually quicker than the two Red Bulls. Red Bulls are right. Right, yeah. Someone's just impeding me from talking. There's just some person walking in. Yep, the two Red Bulls are nearly in the elimination zone with 9 and 10. Piastri had a 22-0 with Lando Norris as well. Not the greatest final sectors for the Mercedes, for the McLaren drivers. One of the few drivers that, and I mean, there's the slowest ones from the first 12 drivers. So McLaren doesn't look that good on the final sector, but we'll see if they're going to correct the laps on the final sector. So far, looks good for the two McLarens. The club right behind them with Russell Hamilton and Antonelli, who's not looking that good to take pole position again. So his dominant run might have ended.
Anul trecut, când un pilot nu avea cursă sau nu avea kilometri parcurși în monopost, în momentul în care venea în monopost, creșterea era destul de mare. Asta pentru că monopostul erau foarte rapide. Anul acesta, pentru că nu mai vorbim de 1.08 sau 1.09, nu știu, te poți apropia mult mai ușor de cei din față, pentru că ei sunt tare cumva în performanțele monopostului.
Mașinile au trecut cele din generația anterioară, modele cu canale Venturi,
Yeah, we see drivers doing their laps. Max Verstappen on track as well. Yo, I should check the live chat. I haven't checking it for a while. Hey Dennis, yo, welcome to the stream. Oh, sorry, I haven't noticed you here, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely should add text, man. I'm gonna add F1 quali and streaming. I'll see what I'm gonna add, but yeah, good idea, man. That's definitely one step forward. I'm definitely gonna do that. We also see Russell on track as well. They got new softs, so they're looking good. So we will see improvements, but we'll see if the McLaren drivers are going to go out. They still have time. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left of the session. Uh, the drivers in the elimination zone provisionally is still in the pits, but we'll see what Max Verstappen could do. He's going to start his lap as we're right on board with him. Verstappen is going to open the straight mode on as he's going to cross the line and starts his lap, or he's yet doing zigzags or not. Yes, he is still not pushing, as well as his teammate Liam Lawson is still putting the tires on the heat. We see Lando Norris and Piastri getting out on track as well. New softs, everyone for everyone. This Q2 second runs. So the drivers at risk, I should say, Lindblad, Bortoleto, Verstappen, and Lawson. The drivers that are still not certainly having a chance to make it into Q3 with their current lap times, as well as the drivers in the elimination zone. We'll see if Verstappen could do something more. We will find out real short and real soon what Verstappen will do. Special hand for Max Verstappen as we go on board with him. His final Dutch Grand Prix, as we say once again. Verstappen going to the final corner, and he's about to start his lap. We'll see what is he gonna do as we're on board with him. He opens his straight mode on, and no zigzags anymore. He starts to deploy, as we see on the telemetry data. He goes nicely and touches the mid apex of the first corner. Nice touch of the vibrator out of the exit, and he's so far kept it clean, Max Verstappen. But we'll see if he has any traffic. As the Alpine was there in the way, but he just gets out of the way right in time. Max Verstappen is having a 24/7. He's only 140 milliseconds slower than Oscar Piastri, so this might be a better lap for the Dutchman, for the Flying Dutchman, as we'll see Liam Lawson and also another driver at risk that is having a 24/8. He's improving as well as Kimi Antonelli we see on the mini map and the mini onboard we're having in our window with Kimi Antonelli is only 3,000 of a second slower than Oscar Piastri, the fastest man of the session. As I see now, Piastri gets a 24/4. So this should be another improvement for Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen is going to cross the line and he improves his lap time. For the first time, he's going to get under 112 as well in this generation of cars. He goes up into third behind the two McLarens as Oscar Piastri improves to 1:11.6. Insane lap time by Oscar Piastri. See Antonelli going into fifth behind Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris is going to cross the line and he goes by 30 milliseconds ahead of Oscar Piastri. So close between two McLarens. Ocon provisionally 15th, and he's probably knocked out in Q2. He probably doesn't have enough time if he has time to recharge it. Hulkenberg is out from qualifying, but we'll see Bortoleto Audi that still has chances for the Q3 appearance. As we'll see Yuki Tsunoda what he's gonna do. Soon he's going to finish his lap. Bortoleto is not improving, but we'll see Yuki Tsunoda what he can do across the line. Yuki Tsunoda misses out by 1/10 from making it to Q3 for the first time in his career with the new cars. As Gabriel Bortoleto crosses the line, demotes Lindblad to 10th. As Gasly is trying to demote Lindblad as well, he goes into 11th. And those 8 upgrades on performance haven't worked out that well, as Pinto is going to bail out. Is there someone else that could deny Lindblad from a Q3 appearance? No. Everyone is going to pit, and there's no more improving drivers behind. So we have Gasly Tsunoda again knocked out and out qualified by his less experienced teammate Arvid Lindblad in Formula One, but more experienced teammates in this regulations. Hulkenberg, Pinto, Ocon, and Albon. The slowest man in the Williams in Q2. Not the greatest lap for him. As we see Hamilton again locking up. Not again a great lap, but it's been pretty dusty. So not the cleanest of laps for him. I'm gonna be back, chat. I'm watching. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hydrate a little bit.
Lista piloților eliminați din Q2 este clară, prieteni. Am o scurtă pauză de publicitate și revenim în studio la Tena Trisen. Switching zones. Break.
Have a break, have a KitKat. Partener oficial Formula 1. Când îngrijorează glicemia, vederea neclară, senzația de plicături, asigurați-vă că experimentul nicotinat cu îngrijirea puterea întreagă de glicemie. Și vedeți sănătoși. De la Natur Pharma. Acesta este un supliment alimentar. Citiți cu atenție informațiile de pe ambalaj.
Carrefour reduce prețurile. La Carrefour reducem prețurile la sute de produse. Ai șervețele umede universale Clari, un pachet la 16,99 lei sau 3 pachete la 9,99 lei fiecare și deodorant Dove o bucată la 17,89 lei sau 3 bucăți la 12,89 lei fiecare. Carrefour.
Și noi am ajuns la final și am revenit în studioul la Antena 3 CNN. Vedem care sunt piloții care au scos cel mai bun timp în Q2, Norris și Piastri pe primele 2 locuri, așadar McLaren arată că...
Yeah, only as we're talking in the background.
Pe 3 Leclerc pe 4 și pe 5 și pe 6.
Right, things are looking better for Max Verstappen in to Q2, but we'll see if he's going to maintain the pace. Mercedes not looking that mighty. They're only in 5th and 6th. Not the greatest runs for the Mercedes drivers, as Hamilton with constant mistakes. Lawson is going to make it into Q3, ladies and gentlemen, this time, not as yesterday.
La fel și Yuki Tsunoda, cel care îl înlocuiește într-un ciclu așa, practic pe Hajar, cumva, din cauza lipsei lui Hajar, a ajuns Yuki Tsunoda să concureze astăzi. Hülkenberg pe 13, Colapinto pe 14, Ocon pe 15 și Albon pe 16. Ei sunt cei 6 eliminați din Q2. Bun, Cătălin Antal din nou alături de mine. În primul rând, ce s-a întâmplat cu Gasly?
S-a întâmplat că Bortoletă și Lindblad au fost mai rapizi ca el, pentru că nu putem să ne uităm, sunt 91 de mii de secunde între Lindblad și Gasly. S-a întâmplat așa cum vorbeam mai devreme. Primele sau cele mai bune 4 echipe au mers mai departe cu ambii piloți, iar ultimele 2 locuri au fost obținute unul de Bortoletă și unul de Lindblad.
Da, practic, dacă ne raportăm la calificările de sprint de vineri, pentru Gasly a pus greu cu Lawson. Ieri am avut 9 numeri în cele 10 la final de calificări, în top 10 în SP3, dar Gasly era în locul lui Lawson. Acum Lawson Gasly, Bortoletă și Lindblad din nou reușesc calificări de excepție și ajung în faza finală a actului calificativ.
Vedem la începutul clasamentului McLaren. primele două poziții. S-a schimbat ceva pentru echipă în ultima perioadă, așa apare și o victorie, de asemenea și în acest weekend s-au descurcat foarte bine. Din nou, în auzit comentarii, pare că are din nou putere să lupte.
Bine, când e vorba de piață, ea este un moment la putut câștiga cursa din Japonia, dacă n-aș fi avut acel din nou care a apărut în cea de-a doua jumătate a cursei. McLaren n-a fost o mașină neapărat dezastroasă, care deodată a devenit una foarte bună. Ei au fost acolo foarte aproape de lider. Pe de altă parte, Mercedes nu dezvoltă mașina de foarte mult timp. Ultimul pachet de îmbunătățire a fost adus în Canada. Și atunci, în Formula 1, când nu mergi înainte, nu numai că stai pe loc, dar poți să mergi în spate și pierzi performanță. Cam asta se întâmplă cu Mercedes.
Da, pe de altă parte, dacă ai o bază solidă, așa cum se întâmplă la Audi, uite, cu o mașină care de asemenea nu face upgrade-uri sau nu face abuz de aceste upgrade-uri, reușești în mod constant să faci performanță cu unul din piloți. În SQ2, la finele SQ2, ieri am avut un pilot McLaren pe prima poziție.
Drivers are getting out on track, ladies and gentlemen.
Acum îl avem pe Norris să facă lui Piastri, însă diferența între ei este foarte, foarte mică. 13 minute.
Q3 starts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious who's going to take pole position. Norris has big chances with Oscar Piastri as well. Verstappen looks promising as well, so more hope for Max Verstappen after this Q2. Leclerc, Antonio Rossi, and Hamilton in the mix as well, with probably with Lawson, Bottas, and Lindblad fighting for the best positions there in the midfield.
Este foarte interesant, oricum, Formula 1 în general îți arată din nou și din nou că nu te poți baza pe lucrurile, pe previziuni. În general, de la început.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I should put this in headset. Yeah, sorry, man. Hope it's not a too bad thing, but I'll fix it. I'm still at the beginning of streaming this sessions, like quality sessions, but I'm gonna find I should say solutions for that one as well. So no worries, man. I'll try to get something better out of it. Drivers are getting out on track. New softs, new tires. We'll see who is going to take pole position and who's going to have the provisional pole lap at this point after the first laps. Yeah, attacks are very important. Yeah, I know how to attack, like, I mean, in the description of the video, for example, I said battle for the last ever pole at the Grand Prix of Netherlands. I know. And there you could add with that symbol, and say F1. Yeah, I know how to do this, man.
Max Verstappen a spus că probabil se va plânge pe radio de potențial unsafe release din partea celor de la Red Bull. Max Verstappen a fost eliberat acolo pe fast lane între cele două mașini Mercedes.
Antonio, așadar, primul, să vedem cât de aproape va fi de reperul de mai devreme al lui Lewis, 11.6. Iese și el acum, circuitul mult mai aerisit, sunt doar 10 piloți care își împart cei 4 km și 300 de metri ai turului.
Este cel mai scurt circuit permanent din calendarul Formulei 1. Asta dacă îl scoatem din discuție pe cel din Monaco, care este un circuit stradal, evident. Dar dintre circuitele permanente este cel mai scurt.
Is it still looking ahead?
Yes, and expected.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen in Q3. Flying laps are going to start in a few moments as we see drivers still doing their second now lap as well. We'll see who is going to be the fastest of everyone after the first lap. Should be better.
Este foarte important în cazul în care acest traie chiar va până la timp să faci turul pe stat acum.
La primul tur devine foarte important în situația în care apare ploaia, pentru că riști să nu ai o aceeași șansă de a-ți îmbunătăți timpul, de aceea trebuie să te ferești de eventuală greșeală pe acest prim tur.
Da, lumea încălzește pneurile încă. Suntem în bord cu Max Verstappen. am văzut acolo, este punctul de detecție pentru overtake înaintea virajului 13, trasat cu cap.
We see Antonelli starts his flying lap, his first flying lap of the session. Antonelli is going really well so far. We'll see what is going to be his lap time after the first sector. As we see weather alerts, rain in 5 minutes. Yeah, I also saw earlier on my live timing page that it might be raining. Antonelli having a 24.3. He is improving and he's having an insane first sector, while Norris is having a 24.9 in the middle sector. Is the fastest of them all. We'll see what Antonelli will do in the middle sector as Norris goes with a 1:11.3. Is the fastest benchmark of the weekend so far. At the Dutch Grand Prix, and Verstappen is having improvements as well. Verstappen is having a good lap as he's gonna cross the line as soon he goes into fourth. But Piastri goes into second, is right behind Lando Norris by 2/10. He's more shy this time as Russell is going to cross the line and he makes it up into second place. Nice lap by George Russell. That puts him into second. Way better final sector for Lando Norris and the McLaren drivers, all under the 22s here. As Charles Leclerc is going to cross the line, he goes behind the Mercedes of Piastri. Kimi Antonelli is provisionally fifth, the championship leader. We'll see Lindblad in very short time. What is he going to do? Across the line, he goes with a 1:12.3. He's provisionally sitting in eighth. Lawson is having a 1:11.8, so he's probably going to be in seventh place provisionally, but we'll see Hamilton was going to do across the line. Hamilton only in eighth. This doesn't look too good for Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion that's in the championship hunt as well. It doesn't look that good for him so far. So provisionally chat, pole position goes to Lando Norris provisionally. Provisionally pole is for Lando Norris. We'll see what he's gonna do in the second flying lap. He'll definitely have a better lap. So looking forward to see the next flying laps. Whoa, drivers are going to start real soon. I think in around 2 minutes, they're going to go on track and make some improvements. Lewis Hamilton definitely needs improvements as he needs a good lap if he wants to fight with other championship contenders. As we see Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, as well as one of the Mercedes, which is nasty pit lane overtake by Kimi Antonelli, or George Russell, I should say. An overtake from George Russell. He wanted to overtake Lando Norris, I think. Who was there? Yeah, he overtook Oscar Piastri actually, as he's gonna overtake. Yeah, and drivers are making it out because it's already raining. Lando Norris is not going to let George Russell in front. Drivers are hurrying up to finish their laps before the rain is coming. As we saw, rain drops there into the first sector right before the entry of the second sector. Yes, it's raining. It's raining indeed. In a few zones, it's raining, but we'll see if there's going to be any improvements. We will see improvements or not. It's uncertain because the rain is really close. Drivers should make their outlaps really quick and should start their flying laps right now as Norris starts his flying lap, as well as Kimi Antonelli, but we'll see what he can do, or is yet on an hour lap as well. It's still not raining that much, but it's still risky to stay inside in the pits. Antonelli is trying to push at this point, as Lando Norris already having a little bit of corrections there into the exit of that corner. Norris to the wide bend. We'll see what he's going to do. He is provisionally improving on his first sector lap time. It's a 24.4, not quicker than the 24.300 of George Russell. That is again having an amazing sector lap time, which is provisionally 2.5 tenths quicker than Lando Norris's provisional personal best. And it should be only 1.5 tenths faster through the first sector, with Norris improving, as the middle sector is one of Norris's strong points. We're on board with Gabriel Bortoleto. Yes, he's 1.5 tenths quicker than his own performance from last time. We'll see Bortoleto going to cross the line, and he goes into 8th with a 1:12.0 right before the rain is coming. Kimi Antonelli goes with a 1:11.2. We'll see what can Lando Norris do across the line. Lando Norris replacing and goes with a 1:11.1. George Russell goes on the front row and replaces his teammate Kimi Antonelli. We'll see with what Oscar Piastri can do across the line. He stands in 4th, and he doesn't make a too big improvement, but he's still 1.5 tenths behind Lando Norris, as Max Verstappen is 4.5 tenths behind Lando Norris. Will it be a top 5 finish? It's still hard to say, because the Ferrari drivers are still coming behind, as we see Arvid Lindblad going to finish his lap in a few moments. There's still 3 minutes left of the session, so we shouldn't say this is over yet. This is not over yet. We still have 3 minutes left, so Lando Norris is not on pole yet, but he is still on provisional pole. Charles Leclerc, as we see, he's starting his flying lap right now, and he is having a personal best. It's a 24.5 to the first sector. It's not that bad for Charles Leclerc. It's only 1:10 behind Lando Norris, and he could recover some time into the final sector, but he's definitely going to lose time to the middle sector, because the McLarens are insane to the middle sector. And oh yeah, Charles Leclerc, a lot of oversteer there in that zone, and he is already 4 tenths behind Lando Norris. This shouldn't be the greatest of runs so far for him. Lando Norris already pits, and they're probably going to swap tires or not. Charles Leclerc is going to cross the line in a few moments. Will he replace Max Verstappen? The answer is yes, he's going to replace Max Verstappen. Even though he lost a little bit of time in the final sector. What can Hamilton do? He's 3.5 tenths down on Norris. He's not improving so far, but we'll see what he's going to do to the final sector. He is not looking better than Charles Leclerc after the first 2 sectors, though. He's having a 25.0 to the middle sector. A nice final middle sector, and the final sector is across the line. He goes ahead of Charles Leclerc, and provisionally he secured his 5th place. I'm not seeing Lando Norris, the pole sitter. He's trying to get out of the car. So probably this was it. So this was it, ladies and gentlemen. Lando Norris has taken pole. Lando Norris has taken pole position, ladies and gentlemen, as I predicted. We have Russell, Antonelli, Piastri, the 2 Ferraris, Red Bulls, Bortoleto ahead of Lindblad. Really weird qualifying session, but it wasn't on their own risk, because I should say it was really interesting, and they had pressure from the race.
Nu e deloc satisfăcut de ceea ce a reușit Max Verstappen. Lawson a fost foarte aproape de el de această dată. De fapt, în toate secvențele calificărilor de astăzi, Lawson a fost foarte aproape de Max Verstappen.
Piastri again behind and now qualified by his teammate Lando Norris. But still hope for Oscar Piastri for the podium, or why not for the win. Still chances are there for Oscar Piastri, but we'll see what he can do. To be honest, yes. I mean, yesterday's sprint quali was like a little bit more exciting, I think, but not by much, I should say. Yeah, and if I'm seeing here, if we calculate the ideal laps here with the fastest sectors, it should be a 1:10.9 or 1:10.8, you know, definitely.
După el, George Russell pe poziția a doua, în linia întâi acolo, cu siguranță îl va presa un pic. Kimi Antonelli pe 3, Piastri pe 4, doar după această sesiune de calificări. Cei doi piloți de la Mercedes despart McLaren-urile. 5 și 6 pentru cei doi piloți Ferrari, Hamilton și Leclerc. Verstappen pe 7, urmat de colegul lui de la Red Bull, aproape, oricum au fost piloții, însă Lando Norris a reușit cel mai bun timp. A fost un Q3 puțin grăbit, așa, s-a ieșit foarte devreme, cel mai probabil tocmai din cauza acelei ploi care urma să vină deasupra circuitului și care, iată, i-a și încurcat un pic pe piloții Ferrari.
Într-adevăr, un pole pentru Norris, al doilea consecutiv, și având în vedere ce s-a întâmplat în cursa de sprint de mai devreme, dar și în ultimele 5 curse desfășurate aici în Olanda, Norris se află în cea mai bună poziție posibilă pentru a avea o nouă victorie în Formula 1, având în vedere cât de greu se depășește pe acest circuit.
Yeah, looks like Lando is going to have the outside. So it looks like pole position is having the outside here at Sanford. Yeah, thanks, man. Have a great rest of the day. If you're streaming and looking forward, then I'll be there. Thanks for being here, and thanks everyone for being here. Yeah, it wasn't as exciting as it was yesterday, but yeah, I'm gonna see you next time, man. And yeah, everyone, thanks so much for being here. I'm going to leave as well, and I'm going to see you in the next live, which is in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to stream the race. No, I think I'm going to enjoy the race, watching it on the TV, and going to see you in 2 weeks' time when the Italian Grand Prix awaits us. See you next time. Goodbye.